Well, it's another week here at the Community Church of Wilmette, and the sun is really shining. It is beautiful. See in the distance yet another church. There are like 5 of us right here in this little area. Love this little church. It is beautiful. So, I want to talk to you a little bit about this Sunday. So we're still talking about covenants here at Community Church. We're actually reading the church covenant. I'll show you this. The church has in the back of its hymnal, Our Covenant. And at big meetings, annual meetings, things like that, certain opportunities, we read the covenant. I've been asking the congregation to read through its covenant throughout Lent. This idea that God is in covenant with us. It's an interesting kind of arrangement. I'll put a hyperlink in to a sermon I wrote about covenants just for last Sunday. We wheel and deal with God. It's a tricky matter. And it involves a lot of trust. I talk a lot about trust at church. The reason why I talk a lot about trust is not just that trust is a sticky wicket for me, though I think it is, but also that people just don't trust churches anymore for a variety of really, really good reasons. So if churches aren't taking the issue of trust seriously, I think they're missing the boat. Covenant theology, the God life, the study of God in the midst of the way we make promises to God and God makes promises to us, I think is essential to understanding what it means to be church, especially in a time where people don't really trust churches, at least not in some parts of this country. So I have a question for you. We're going to be talking about this some this Sunday. We're going to be worshiping in the style of Taize, which is an ecumenical worship community in a monastic community, actually, in France. And they have a specific style of worship, and we're going to be embracing that style of worship. And a lot of what the people at Taize talk about, the brothers and sisters at Taize talk about, is this idea of trusting Jesus, of encountering and learning to trust God. And so they give large spaces of silence in the worship service, and they try not to talk too much, and they do a lot of singing, repeated phrases. It's a lot like going to some other religious ceremonies where there's just a lot of repeated singing, mantras, if you will. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom, or stay with me, remain here with me, watch and pray. These are 2 of my favorites. And they're sung. But the idea is to build trust. This is a world where religion is not trusted, where religion is more overtly than in a very long time being used as an excuse for violence, as an excuse for oppression, for an excuse for sexism. It's being used as an excuse for a lot of things. I think that churches have to be self-aware. I think that we have to combat it when we can. So those are my sermon thoughts. That's what we're up to. Keep us in your thoughts. We have our annual leadership retreat Friday evening and Saturday morning. It's going to be a big deal for us this year. And so we're going to have a lot of ideas swimming around in our heads. A lot of things we're going to want to do and want to talk about. But we still have to talk about where we are and who we are and what our relationship is with God. So there you go. Enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you later. Every now and then, when I need a little quiet time, I'll come here and sit in the sanctuary. Just look at it. I think it's lovely. See that place right there? Oh, it got dark. See that place right there? And that's where I preach from. Though I've been known to step out from behind the pulpit and wander around a little bit. It's a nice building. This window that gets me. Here, hold on, see if I can get it for you. The Allison window, giving a memory to the Reverend Dr. George Deacon Allison. Some good stuff going on there. Here, there's this plaque on the wall. Can it be read? There you go. This window given in grateful memory of the Reverend George Deacon Allison, beloved pastor of this church from 1928 to 1949, who in his consecrated life and gentle Christian guidance ministered faithfully to this congregation and the people of this community, and who envisioned the beautification of this sanctuary and a building for the spiritual needs of youth. 1885 to 1949. Gotta love it.